Hi, Dave, and welcome to the Retail Jeweler channel for this interview. Thank you very much. Dave, what is the Fura Gems view on the current situation and what's important right now for companies in the color gemstone
Good
sector?
afternoon, Samit. Thank you for having me here. Undoubtedly, this is a very difficult times. It's an unprecedented situation. I don't think anyone would have thought of this situation 3 months ago. This situation obviously needs a lot of patience. As you know, and if you see the history of difficult days and difficult times, it is always followed with a good time, and the recovery is much more faster. The most important aspect right now is to have a lot of patience. In our business, we have put together two important silos, that is sustainability and stability. I don't think business should talk about profitability. I don't think there is any need for a panic. It's very important that they sail through this phase, that is year 2020, look for more like stable business, stability, which is the word that we are using, and then look for 2021 to sustain the business and to grow from there on. What we are looking personally and what we believe is the businesses, as I said, should maintain a lot of patience. There is no need to have any distress sale. There is no need. The businesses should take care of their employees. It's not only a difficult time for the business, but it's also a difficult time for the employees per se. So they should take care of the employees. Sit on cash. Cash is king. And during this part of time, sit on inventory if they can, and just be ready for the good times. And I truly believe the good time is just around the corner. And as we sail through, businesses will start recouping the losses. But 2020 should be more about stability.
What is the future? What does the future hold for the color gemstones, and what is the Fura Gems vision for 2024?
I think if you see the future, and if I particularly talk about color gemstones, if you see the history of the mankind, it has always been in existence. But unfortunately, the supply has been the biggest challenge. And when the demand is so high and the supply has been hit so badly, we have always seen that the demand outpaces the supply. So in this scenario, what we truly believe is, as the world started opening up, the challenge would be again meet the demand. What we are going to see is an exponential growth in the demand, and we would be in the space where we'll be struggling to supply the demand that is going to come through. In the past, and we have always said, color gemstone, just because of the amount of margin that it gives to the jewelers, minimum, we believe they make at least 30% margin on color gemstones, as against the peer group, which is making roughly just in a single digit. The opportunity is always there for the color gemstone players to keep on making the margin. And especially when there are losses in the business during the shutdown, the recovery would be much better, because it will give them a lot of opportunity to recoup the losses by having more color in their portfolio.
Great. And Dave, as you know, in India, the diamond industry had a very good last 2 decades. They grew from just about $300 million US dollars from 1999 to today's $3 billion US dollars of diamond jewelry industry. Where do you see Fura Gems taking the color gemstone industry of India to in the next 5 to 10 years? And what is your plan for the Indian jewelry market in the medium term?
Right. So India is undoubtedly a very important market for us. The love for color in India has always been there. And if you see, for us, as far as our portfolio is concerned, we have got all 3 colors: emerald, rubies, and sapphires. India, in emeralds, as you know, 8 out of 10 emeralds are cut and polished in India. So it's a very important sector and a very important market for us when it comes to trade. So we do focus a lot as far as India is concerned. When it comes to ruby, the Indian clients and Indian customers, they have an inherent love for color red. So ruby is a very important segment, and we believe it's a number 2 across the world. India sells and consumes most of the rubies when it comes to the ranking in the world in volume terms. And as far as we are concerned, we are going to have emerald, we are going to have rubies, and then yellow sapphire. Yellow sapphire has always been a big in demand as far as Indian market is concerned. And for Fura, we have got green emerald, we have got red ruby, and we also have having a multicolor sapphire coming out of our Australian mine. So we, with one company, will be able to cater to all the three important products as far as the Indian market is concerned. Now, as far as how much we can take it forward, as you know, the color gemstone has come out from a very low base. Last 10 years, color gemstone has seen a consistent marketing supply coming out in a very consistent manner. We are going to take the market very strongly with our marketing programs in India. Fura's vision is to have 10% of the global market share in next 4 years' time, roughly around 2024. As you know, it's $2 billion rough market, so we are targeting roughly $200 million market share. And India is definitely going to be the top 3 selling country for us. So it's a very important market for us. So how big the market is going to consume? What is our understanding of Indian market is as you start consistently supplying, as demand has always outweighed the supply, we can take the global share with more marketing in India and also in other places. But we think in next 5 years' time, the $2 billion rough gemstone can go as high as $5 billion. So that, and India is going to play a very important role. As I said, a top 3 country, India is one of them. So it's definitely going to play a lion's share.
Great. Thank you, Dev. And we look forward to Fura's plans getting executed in India from this year itself. And thank you very much for your valuable time. Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel. Thank you.